So I have a little squeezy bottle that works really well for getting glue in tight places, and I'm going to use it. I've already put the biscuits in this side. I'm going to put them in the other. It doesn't matter whether you go in the sides first and then the top and bottom, or the top and bottom first and then sides. So I'm doing one side one way and the other side the other. Again, because I'm using a plywood back, I can glue it in place, which adds to the structural strength of the cabinet. I'm also going to put a little glue in here and in there. I'm going to put the prettier side of the plywood on the inside because no one's going to see the back when it's hung on the wall. Okay. Now I have to put my shelves in place. And you can see how the shelves are nibbled out to cover that round routed slot. So now I'm going to put a little glue in here, glue in there, slide this into place. I'm going to put biscuits in these slots. And I'm going to leave this here so I don't have glue running out of it. Okay, now I'm going to pull it tight with clamps. So I can check every edge to see that everything is pulled down tight. If I'm not completely happy with things, sometimes it helps to reposition the clamps slightly to a different angle and apply more pressure in towards the center. Both ways measure 26.5. I can push this aside, let it wait for a while, and then I'll be ready to sand and install the doors. So I'm ready to assemble this cabinet now. I've got a little glue syringe. I'm going to put some in each dowel hole. While I'm here, I can also put a little glue right in here where the back panel will go. Put just a little on my finger so I can get some on the dowels themselves, not a lot. I had glued these dowels in already, and I did that so that I could make sure that their lengths were exact. I trimmed the bottoms off to make sure that they wouldn't be too long. I can put that tight. As I put a little glue in there, I'm also going to put a little glue in here. And that makes the back actually have a structural relationship with the cabinet. So now I can slide this in place. I'm going to flip this over into place. I'm going to clear everything out of the way so I can get some clamps up here. I can pull it tight. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Now, just as in making the doors, I want to be able to check corner to corner and see that I'm square. Okay, So now I need to let it sit for about 45 minutes. I want to leave it setting in a position where it's flat so it doesn't rock or warp, and so that it stays flat, so when the flat doors go on, everything will be in perfect relation with each other. I'm ready to assemble my dovetailed cabinet now, so I'm going to use a combination of gluing techniques. One is to take a brush and apply it to the dovetail pins. Now I'm going to use my squeeze bottle to put a little glue in there, because again I'm using a plywood back which won't expand and contract. I'm applying a little bit of glue on the insides of the dovetails. So now I want to slide this in place. And it may take a little bit of persuasion, which could mean a mallet and a hammer. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'll put a little glue in here, glue in here. Okay, it won't go all the way yet because I have to pull everything tight. Okay, I'm going to put the glue on these dovetails. Squirt a little glue in there. Now I'll put some glue on my dovetails. A little bit in the slot there. Oops. It gives me something to clean up later. I'm going to turn it over and do a little tapping on the other side. Just to be absolutely dead certain, I pulled everything tight. I'm going to put a couple clamps on here and here. I can check it corner to corner again, but in this case with the dovetails, I'm pretty certain everything should be good. 39 3/16. Looks pretty good. I'm going to let that sit a while.